Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Reporter's Notebook. For those of you who maybe never tuned in to a Reporter's Notebook before, it's one of my personal favorite segments here at WNCT, where sort of towards the end of our work days, we get to bring in some coworkers in here to the digital studio and dive a little deeper into the stories that they cover for you guys each and every day and talk about what it's like to be a reporter, kind of behind the scenes here at WNCT. So today I am joined in the digital studio by Miss Claire Molle. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Emily. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And this is the first time we were talking about this just a little bit ago, that you've actually physically, I think, been in the digital studio, because normally, you've been out in Jacksonville, so we've done like Zoom calls and things like that. So super exciting to have you physically here today. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to be in a brand new place at my own job.
I know. So awesome. Well, let's dive right into your story. You covered a pretty deep topic today about pregnancy-related deaths with COVID-19. So talk to us about, where you came up with the idea to kind of dive a little deeper into this and who you spoke to and what you learned today.
Yeah, so the Associated Press actually released an article that over the course of COVID-19 and in 2020, they saw an elevated amount of pregnancy-related deaths, that being maternity deaths and infant deaths. And they saw that jump over the course of COVID-19, but they've, had a tough time targeting what's causing that. And I really wanted to see how we're faring here in the East in comparison. I mean, that's a national report, so how our numbers were doing. And I talked to a nurse at Vidant as well as a doctor over at the Brody School of Medicine and OBGYN. And it turns out we're actually doing well here in Eastern North Carolina. Compared to those national numbers, we have actually improved. And compared to the rest of the state, we've improved, which was fascinating because I also learned we used to have the worst infant mortality rate in the state. So it's great to see just how much we jumped. I mean, he had a graph with different lines in all the different areas. I mean, Greenville's line was clearly a major improvement compared to some of those other areas. So it was really interesting.
Wow, that is really interesting. And that's what I think is so fascinating. One of the most fascinating parts of what we do is we get to take, like you said, national numbers or national reports like that and try to kind of funnel them down to figure out, what does it mean for the people in our community? What does that look like right here where we live? And I think that's one of the coolest things about our job is getting to really like localize things like that and find out how they're affecting, the people right here where we live. And I think that's so cool. So thank you so much for covering that story. I think that's a really fascinating story, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to read up on that. And of course, you guys always, you can find additional information and those longer versions of our reporter stories on our website, of course, at WNCT.com. So you can check out the rest of Claire's story there and all that additional information. But like always on Reporter's Notebook, let's get a little fun, get a little personal. So it is, what is today? Wednesday. My brain is like all over the place. So it's the middle of our work week and it's a beautiful day outside. I've been like taking little like 5-minute breaks here and there. Have you gotten to like a chance to sneak outside and enjoy the weather yet today?
I did a little bit. It's always a crazy schedule, but it's so nice out today that I ate my lunch in the car with the door open.
That's
At least, it's a plus. It's just, I'm just like, oh, summer. I can't get my hopes up too high yet. You can't get all the way in that mode.
Right,
you'll
with that
be
North
disappointed,
Carolina weather. I mean, she could be like freezing cold tomorrow with snow. We have no idea.
Yeah, it's definitely though. I walked out this morning and just puts a smile on your face. So you don't realize it when it's been winter for so long. You don't realize what a difference the warm sun actually makes. And at least for me, when I'm grumpy and it's nice outside, it makes a world of difference.
Oh my gosh, same. And when it's like the days that are overcast, like I am just like, I have no motivation to get out of bed. It's just like, you just want to stay indoors. So yeah, when it's beautiful like this, it just makes everything feel better. Like your day is going to go better. Everything is awesome. And you're from Colorado. So isn't that like a pretty warm area, or am I wrong about that?
I mean, it can be, and it can also be pretty cold.
Okay, yeah, because I know people do skiing there. So there's definitely snow, but...
Yeah, I'm from a mountain town in Colorado. So in the winter, it's really, really cold.
Yeah.
It's not the same kind of cold because it's dry.
Okay.
So a lot of people say, like that wet cold feels a lot colder.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because it goes like right to the bone.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you can definitely feel that here. But like March is the snowiest month. So while like we're gearing up here we're all getting in the mood for spring and warm weather. That's not the case in Colorado. So, I mean, my family's been sending me pictures of snow, and it's cold there until the end of May. I mean, it
Yeah.
snowed in May. The summers get really nice. It doesn't get hot. I'm not used to the
Okay.
heat. That's been hard for me living here, but
Oh,
I mean, it gets hot in some places in Colorado, but
yeah.
I'm from the mountains, so usually like average summer temperature is like 75, which is
That's like,
perfect. It's
yeah, the
gorgeous.
perfect degrees. Oh my gosh. So are you
hmm
more of like a mountain snow type person, or are you more like kind of beach, warm summer type person?
I used to think I was like, I'd open my door and the snow would be coming down. I couldn't get
Mhm.
out of the driveway. I had to scrape my. I was like, this is horrible. I'm a
Yeah.
beach person. I'm a beach person. But once you leave something, the grass is always greener on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other side. But I really miss the mountains and the snow.
Oh,
But just like in like December and January, it's just so cozy and it's
yes. Oh, I
kind
bet.
of it'll be snowy but sunny, which is a little bit nicer than it when it's just gray and rainy.
Yeah, very true.
But I love the mountains and I love the beach. A big part of me is still a beach person too. In the summer, I absolutely love the beach. So,
Yeah. Well, you kind of get best of both worlds, I guess, right here in East North Carolina. We got
hmm
mountains over here, beach over here. Kind of perfect.
oh yeah, it's gorgeous. I've been loving North Carolina.
I
So
am
you have
too.
all
And
kinds of variety.
absolutely. That's one of the reasons I hope to stay here, in my next job move, but we'll see. Because you're right. I really do love this state too. I think it's beautiful. You have literally mountains, beach, access. I mean, everything. You can't complain.
You really can't. You can
No.
pretty much do whatever you want. There's rivers.
Yes.
I don't know. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of exploring. The mountains are definitely different, and I haven't gotten to go
Yeah.
out west here,
Okay.
Western North Carolina, as much as I have wanted to. But
Yeah.
I'm really excited. That's on my bucket list. So,
Is there like a specific spot out west or like in the mountains that you hope to get to?
I really want to visit Asheville.
Yes.
And spend some time there. I've briefly driven through, but I really want to spend some time in Asheville. And I've seen gorgeous pictures.
Oh my
So,
gosh, yeah. That's one of
yeah.
my goals too. And it's so horrible. I've been here for like 6 years and I've driven through Asheville a few times. I've gone to like Sugar Mountain, I think it's called, the ski resort, but I've never actually like stayed in Asheville. And everyone says it's beautiful and it's, a great time. And so maybe we'll go together.
Yeah, let's plan it. Let's go,
Let's do
Emily.
it. Let's plan a trip to Asheville. I'm so ready for it.
I'm down.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Claire, for taking the time out of your work week or what am I saying? Your work day to join us. Thank you so much. Always appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching another edition of Reporter's Notebook, and we'll see you next time.